And it's really important that we appreciate water, because I think for a long time we take it for granted when it's coming out of a tap. But when it's not coming out of the tap, and now I see all these people with these big drums going up the hill, it's such a hassle. But if we do things differently from the onstart, which reminds me, we had this training that we had to postpone now for ferro cement training. It kind of baffles my mind. The whole thing about it is tanks. We want to show people how you can build tanks cheaply and simply so you have a place to store water. The response is kind of like, but I don't understand. Do you not want to have a place to... I digress. It's just challenging. I mean, like, we don't want to help ourselves and make a difference, so we don't have to do it next year. Because if we have the tank and the place to store it, it's a different life tomorrow, because we've done something about it today. If we don't do anything about it today, tomorrow you'll be pushing that same drum, because you haven't done anything to change that. So it's kind of like we need to change how we look at things and the solutions we have, so they're just not right now solutions, but long-term solutions. You can hear the water, right? This is September. Now, can you imagine when we had a good rainy season? It's really a beautiful, when we clear all this, you can really see it's like a little falls within the city. It's really beautiful. But, and I think that if we're able to brainstorm and come up with a really good design that, supports nature, but still showcases the beauty of the land among us, I think it would really be a good addition to the neighborhood. So on the other side over there, if you see the wall fence over there, there's some little gaps. When it's raining, literally this whole plot over here floods, because two streams meet. So there's so much water when it's raining that we really have to be smart about what we do, so we don't actually create a problem. So this is why we're taking our time in the design, because we want to make sure that we have the right idea, the right plans, the right people, so we are actually being part of the solution as opposed to making the problem worse. We all know what drought feels like, but I think sometimes we take water for granted, because you can see the difference. If you look here where the stream is running, it's lush and it's green, you would never know we're in a drought. But if you pan over this side, everything is struggling over here. I mean, so we have to think of ways wherever we are, how we can recharge. So one of the things we want to do is make sure, because we can see from the angle, the hill is over there, the slope is this way, this is where the stream is, so everything is flowing this way. Now, because of construction, there's wall fences, right? So the water is not flowing as it normally would flow, because there's a wall fence blocking it over there. So, but anyhow, that's not a problem. When we have our little dome and structures, we want to make sure that we create our beds or align in such a way that we are able to catch more water, so it's more in a bow-like shape and it's more convex, and then also adding a lot of organic matter. As you can see, we do add organic matter. We try to keep as much of the organic matter, because once you add the organic matter onto your ground and it really begins to be vibrant and alive, it really just sucks in the water. But so this is not good, because with this heat, all the water is just evaporating. So in a few minutes, even when you water, it's as if you didn't water. A difference here is, he's doing his best to, there we go. Okay, he's doing his best to, this is an apple tree, he's doing his best to kind of mulch so that the water doesn't evaporate as soon as he waters. But the thing about it is we have to make sure that we're recharging, because even though this is right by the stream, this looks really dry because there's no water, there's no surface water, but we can make a difference by ensuring that we add a lot of organic matter to the soil. We do a lot of swales. We're going to do a lot of swales because we already know how the water flows. That's up, this is down. I know it's coming down this way. So it's just figuring out how I'm able to catch more of that water. So we just want to show how having organic matter, organic life in your water or in your soil changes how much water intake your soil can take. When it's just bare, the water just runs off. However, when we have organic life, let's look at, here we have like nicely deep mulch, and this is 20 liters, right? Let's see how much water we're going to lose. So just watering. Let's put some more. We just put 20 liters of water and it's all been sucked in. So can you imagine if we have a lot of rain and all our land is healed to this position, I mean to this level, all the water will be able to be soaked in. And this, remember, used to be all clay soil, so you can improve your soil. But that was 20 liters, so let's see if we can do 40 and not have water runoff. So the idea is if we have heavy rains and all our soils are deeply mulched and they have organic life, we're able to avoid flooding. So in less than a minute you can see that. You can literally see the water is sucked into the, there you go, boom, 40 liters. Done. I'd like to be able to work with the neighbors, but as you can see it's still construction. None of my neighbors are here yet, though there's a lot of building going on. Hopefully they don't go up that hill, but you know, I see people building up that hill and cutting trees when that erosion hits. Okay. I think that everyone should be interested in what's going on around their neighborhood, also interested in how it will affect them, not just now, but in the future. So one day when I was doing a routine check at the Kumwena project, I noticed several tipper trucks, like filled with rubble or stones or some whatever, going down the road. It just seemed suspicious because it was as though they were doing a covert operation. But anyhow, out of curiosity, I went to check what was going on, because I mean, if there was this large development going on, I wanted to see what it was. When I got there, I found that the person there, who has a fairly large piece of land, was redirecting the stream. Now, this is a stream that runs year round, and the manner in which he was doing just didn't seem very sustainable. I've been here, or I've seen the stream in the rainy season when it is at full power. It just seemed like a super potential disaster, because one, there's several houses built around him. If that fails or the redirection fails and it floods, he would be impacting everybody near him. But then my property is also down the stream. It would be impacting me too. I just thought it was very unusual and potentially very dangerous. So I sent an email to the would-be authorities that he's put up a wall fence and the gate is locked, and I don't see as many tipper trucks. They probably are doing a feasibility study, or they told him to hold, because there's no way that he got permission to do that. It just affects everybody around you, and just because you want to put up a house, you redirect a stream in a manner that could potentially be disastrous. But if every neighborhood and every individual is doing something, before we know it, we change our whole country and it's all better. But it's about people doing something within their neighborhoods, having the agency to make a difference for themselves.